to first introduce myself. My name is Hannah Borkovich. I am 32. We live in northwestern Pennsylvania. My son's name is Bo. And we heard about your product through actually a couple different people. We heard about it through his pediatrician first, who had mentioned putting him on a probiotic. And then we had also heard about it. My husband and I do a lot of research on different methods and different things that can help children who have been diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder. And we ran across your product a couple different times and became very, very interested in it. Just a little bit about my family and myself. I am a special education teacher. I work at a local school district here. And I work specifically with emotional support students and students on the autism spectrum in grades 9 through 12. That's where I'm at right now, actually, during lunch. My husband is a learning support teacher at a neighboring school district. So between the two of us, we have a fairly tight grasp on autism itself. We have a lot of experience with it. And we have a really supportive extended family when it comes to Bo, which leads me to the next thing that I will explain to you. So my son Bo is 4.5. He was diagnosed with autism, level 3 autism, in January of 2017, which was about a year and a half ago now that I think about it. And my son's nonverbal. So we essentially, we got him involved in everything. We did the speech therapy. We did the occupational therapy. We got him behavioral health services. He has the TSS. He goes to an autism-specific intermediate unit program. And we are so thankful for everybody that is involved in this process and in this process of helping him live a happier, more successful life. I will also tell you this about my son. He is so happy. I am so lucky to have him. Although he doesn't speak, and although it makes life very challenging in my home, I know that he was given to me for a reason, and he is wonderful. He's wonderful. Yes, it's hard that he doesn't tell me his needs or his wants. However, he does it in his own way, which I'll explain here in a little bit. I guess that's how I'll begin the video, and I will tell you that 3 weeks ago we got your product in the mail. We decided, we took the leap. We thought, that $54, I think it was, it's worth it. It's a 4-month, worth of supply for the product. Let's try it. We definitely did not dive into the no wheat yet, but I will touch base on that at the end of this. However, we did decide we are going to get this. We are going to try it. We read all the stories. We did so much research on you and your product. We got it in the mail about 3 weeks ago, and we started on a Sunday. And how we give it, he goes to pre-K in the morning. So we get him up when we go to work in the morning, and he loves to drink. He's a big drinker. It doesn't really matter what it is, but and instead of giving him a full glass of juice, we just give him a little bit of juice in the morning because he is so thirsty. He will drink and drink and drink and drink. So we thought, well, if we can hide it in that little bit, thinking that maybe it did have a flavor, even though I don't think that it does, that we would be able to get him to consume the full amount of it first thing right off the bat in the morning. And it works. So we give him the apple juice in the morning, and we mix in, the 1 scoop. He's over 50 pounds, so we mix in the 1 scoop of the probiotic every morning, and every morning he takes his juice and he drinks it, and we have no issues. He doesn't spit it out. He doesn't not take it. He takes it every single morning. About 5 days into taking it every single morning, we started to see some changes. And they were not overnight changes. I don't want you to think that we woke up one morning and we were like, wow, this automatically took effect overnight. We started seeing them slowly over time, over those first 5 days. And the first thing that we saw with him, we thought that he was a happy kid before the probiotic. His mood is amazing all the time. Mind you, we still have the meltdowns. Sorry, Belle. We still have the meltdowns. We still have the 4-year-old tantrums because he wants what he wants when he wants it. We still see things like that. However, during the times that we don't or we aren't having those meltdowns, he is laughing hysterically. It could be something that his baby sister is doing. It could be something that I am doing. He's snuggling with us all the time. His eye contact has improved. He's coming to us and looking directly at us and trying to communicate. And just that change in effort trying to communicate was enough that we were like, wow, something is working here. What could it be? So after about 5 days, the mood had changed, and we were even happier than we were before. We started seeing things that were language related. At first it started with, we have a picture board in my house, and it's very simple life skill pictures, snack, bedtime, timeout, things that go on a typical 4-year-old picture board. And he went and was playing with a necklace, actually, and it got stuck wrapped around this toy, and he could not get it off. And I heard the moan from the toy room, and I heard it, that he was frustrated. And I thought, do I go see, which is normally what I do, or do I wait and he will bring whatever it is to me? So I waited, and he comes out, he walks past me, he goes to the picture board, he pulls the picture off of the word help, and he gives it to me. And I was like, oh, he wants help. So I get up, he takes my hand, he walks me into the toy room, he shows me the necklace is stuck. I get the necklace unstuck, and he gives me a hug, as in thank you to me for helping him. And I thought, holy moly, that's like the first functional conversation that I've had with him. And I thought, this is amazing. Something is working here. Something is working. So the next day, I come home from work, and he's in the kitchen. And he likes to get all of the utensils, like the forks and the spoons and the pizza cutter, out of the drawer and lay them in a line. Yes, we line things up in my house. He puts them in a line on the floor. And one of the utensils that was in the line was the pizza slicer. And I walked in and I said, oh, are you playing? And he looked at me and he said, play. And I thought, oh my gosh, he said play. And he said it in context. It wasn't a random word, because he has said random words before, but not in context as to what was going on. And I said, I see you have the pizza cutter. And he looked at me and he said, pizza. And I said, yeah, pizza. And he went to the fridge and he opened the fridge and he looked at me and he said, pizza? And I said, no, we don't have pizza in the fridge. And he said, pizza. And I said, we don't have pizza. And I explained to him there was no pizza in the fridge. But he was verbally communicating to me that he wanted pizza. And it was a true communication, a true conversation that I was having with him that I had not ever had with him before. So we were beginning to see this language development, and I said to my husband, he's going to talk. He's going to talk. And he may not be saying full sentences, but he is talking. He is using words appropriately. So that night, after the pizza incident, he's on the couch and he's laying beside me, and I took my hand and I ran it up his back. And I ran it up his back again, and he got down off the couch and he looked at me and he looked right at my eyes and he said, that tickles. And I was like, wow. And trying not to get emotional, because it was amazing. It was things that I've not heard him say before. And coming from a mom who's never had the opportunity to hear her son say mom, or a dad that's never heard his son say dad, or juice, or drink, or car, or any of those typical words that we take for granted every day. He looked at me and he said, that tickles. And he laughed. And I thought, wow, we are making progress. We're not talking in full sentences, but I don't care. And his voice is perfect. Does he pronounce everything perfectly? No, he doesn't. And sometimes he's not even close. Last night, here's an example. And remember, this is only 3 weeks of this product. Last night, I filmed him. He was in the toy room playing with his alphabet board, and I filmed him singing the entire song of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And could I understand the moo moo here and a moo moo there? No, and it was lumped together. Was the tune correct? Yes, it was. But you better believe that I understood Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and he sang the whole song on tune with the right words, and I filmed it. And I posted it online for all of our friends and family who are so supportive of him. And they were like, wow, Hannah, wow, 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 look at this progress. And I thought, this is in 3 weeks of this product, just 3 weeks of this product, and this is the progress that we are seeing. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm, obviously I'm not here to sell it to you because you know what it does and you live with this daily just like I do. But we are true believers that it has made a giant difference in his life in just the 3 weeks we've been using it. So our plans right now for this are, we are doing a lot of research into removing different dietary foods from his diet. He's a great eater. He eats tons and tons of food. We don't have issues with him being picky. But he loves bread. He loves bread. He loves bread. He loves wheat. He loves pasta. And those are all things that I personally will, as the mom, I have to make those giant changes in diet for not only him but for our family, because I don't just cook for him. I cook for our entire family. So before we dove into we're going wheat free, I wanted to map it out because, like you suggested, I really want to try it for 7 days, and I want to see if we see a difference in those 7 days. And maybe we will, maybe we won't, I don't know. However, I don't want to try it until I have everything lined up and scheduled out, just because it has to be something that is planned out for me at this point. But that's kind of our plan here for the future. So we would like to try the 7 days going, wheat free and cutting certain things out of his diet to see if it makes a difference. But even without cutting anything out of his diet and continuing to give him the same dietary, schedule that we give him every day, we've seen progress. And not only have we seen progress, we've heard words, we've heard songs, we've seen functional communication. Which is huge. It's huge for us as a family. It's huge for him with a child that has autism. His school teacher is noticing progress in his social skills at school and his willingness to approach a peer and play with a peer instead of playing independently on his own. And these are all things that you talk about that are that, brain-gut relationship. And we are so excited to see the future here and where and how far we can get with this product. We're very thankful. We are very thankful for, I won't say people like you, I will say parents and foundations and companies like you who truly have, our children in their best interest. And we are very, very thankful. My husband and I, my family, his extended family, and Bo himself, even though he may not tell you, right now, he will one day tell you that he is very thankful for you, your company, and your products. So I hope that this is what you are looking for as far as the video goes with our experience and our results regarding our child. And I would, I look forward to keeping in contact with you guys in the future and letting you know, progress and updates when it comes to Bo himself. So thanks a lot. See you later.